Bobby, Dominic, and I tried out for the football team, decked out in standard-issue leather pads and leather helmets. It was 1948. The coaches, clipboards in hand, looked over the hopefuls with critical eyes, trying to select the best. The head coach pointed at Bobby. "Who's that little guy over there?" The assistant coach checked his clipboard. That's Bobby Burton. He's a pretty good punter, and he's quick on his feet." "Yeah, but will he snap like a twig when he gets hit?" The players lined up on the line of scrimmage. The ball was snapped. Bobby ran down the field, caught the pass, artfully dodged several tacklers, and the coach blew the whistle. The assistant coach perked up. "Maybe, but so far no one's been able to catch him." Our first game was against Banning High School on their field. On the bus ride to Banning, the coach told Dominic, our quarterback, "Run the dive play we've been practicing all week. Just give it to Burton over the guard and the tackle." Bobby overheard the coach and asked him not to call that play because he didn't want to make a mistake on the first play of the game. "Okay," said Coach. Bobby gave a brief sigh of relief. During the coin toss, we three stood on the sideline sizing up the other team's large players. Bobby played left halfback. He was nervous, and he had every right to be. He was the smallest guy on our team, and theirs. When the ref blew the whistle to get the game going, Bobby swallowed hard with determination and ran onto the field. After the kickoff, Bell had the ball on their 25-yard line. Bobby was shorter and scrawnier compared to the beefy boys on both sides of the line. In the huddle on the first play, Dominic called the dive play after all. With no time to think, Bobby took the handoff and raced 75 yards for a touchdown. The public address announcer yelled, "Wow! Bell scores on the first snap of the season! That was a 75-yard run for—" He paused to look up the player's name in the program. "Bobby Burton! That little guy runs like a rabbit!" Somewhere along the way, the radio announcers and newspaper sports reporters started calling him Little Bobby Burton, and the name stuck. Not soon enough, football season was upon us again. We were right back at it, in a dog pile of high schoolers, with Bobby sticking out of the bottom of the pile, clutching the ball and grinning. He was well loved by the cheerleaders in their shin-length skirts and saddle shoes, yelling his name along the sideline. The sports writers and announcers loved Bobby, too. "Lil Bobby Burton runs the ball again for another 8 yards. The Eagles are on the 35-yard line. It's third down with 2 to go," belted one announcer. On the next play, Bobby snagged the ball from the quarterback and sprinted toward the goal, twisting and spinning with tacklers glancing off. "He's tearing down the field. Here's a tackler. Nope, he can't keep his grip on Bobby. Here's another. Nope. Here's a third. Little Bobby slips through his hands. He's across the goal line. Little Bobby Burton scores another touchdown for Bell." The crowd cheers as the announcer continued. "Little Bobby Burton has 2 touchdowns tonight and has run the ball over 100 yards. That's Bell's secret weapon, a left halfback that is too small to catch." When Bobby arrived at college football tryouts, it was like high school all over again. Coaches watched the recruits scrimmage. They looked at little Bobby Burton with doubt in their eyes and shook their heads. Most boys played football in order to go to college, but it was the other way around for Bobby. Little Bobby Burton went to college so he could keep playing football. The day of the big Loyola-Frisco game, there were 30,000 fans in the Rose Bowl, but the stadium still felt half empty because it was so darn big. That game was brutal. The scoreboard at halftime read Loyola 2 and SF 13. Shortly into the second half, Bobby ran downfield and jumped for a pass. Gino Marchetti put a major hit on Bobby as he came down. Bobby had never taken such a hard hit. Bobby crumbled to the ground. We held our breath waiting for him to get up, but he didn't. They dragged him unconscious to the sideline. To this day, Bobby says his bones still hurt from that hit. After they hauled Bobby away on a stretcher, San Francisco went on to win 20-2. In Bobby's sophomore year, the varsity team had a winning record. They had tons of great players. The quarterback was Don Klosterman, a junior. In Klosterman's college career, he set 8 national passing records, and Bobby was on the receiving end of many of those passes. Klosterman went on to play for the Dallas Texans and later became general manager for the Kansas City Chiefs. Early November 1952, Bobby received a letter with the Philadelphia Eagles logo on the corner. He carefully opened it and unfolded the letterhead. The Philadelphia Eagles, Inc., Football Club, World Champions, 1948 to 1949. Bobby read each word of the letter. November 6, 1952. Mr. Bob Burton. Dear Bob, you have been recommended to the Philadelphia Eagles as a professional football prospect. Would you be kind enough to fill out the enclosed form? I would like to take this opportunity to wish you good luck throughout the 1952 season. Hoping to hear from you soon, I am sincerely yours, Vincent A. McNally, General Manager. Bobby was elated and heartbroken at the same time. Bobby's wildest dream had just come true. A professional football team was asking him to try out, to keep playing football. If only he could keep living the dream. If only.